Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your quantum reading with me, Jocelyn, the Quantum Queen. So, Gem. Oh, wow, look at that. Popping right out. High Priestess. This is, of course, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and it's always welcome to my cross watchers. Cross watcher, you could be dealing with the Gemini, and the message could actually be for you, so feel free to take it however it resonates with you and your situation. Keep in mind that these are timeless readings. So Gemini, if you want to head over to my playlist, there's a playlist just for you. And you can go ahead and take a gander, see if anything else pops out to you, because there might be something helpful there for you. And I think that, so whenever you come across the message is probably when you're meant to hear it. If you guys would like to book a one-on-one reading with me, you can find my information down below in the description box. And just wanted to say thank you for liking, subscribing, and thank you for all the good karma donations. I appreciate it so much. Gem, okay, these cards that popped out, okay, so like, I mean, this is perfect. I'm so sick of like doing the reads in a way of someone's coming back. Honestly, sometimes when I see them on YouTube from other readers, I'm just like, ugh. Like, it kind of annoys me. Plus, it is Mercury retrograde, so it is happening. People are coming back. And I've even seen that in my own life. I'm not even lying. People that I never thought in a million years would contact me have been contacting me. And that's what I think is happening, Gem. This is the Hermit. It's someone at a distance watching. Like... It's, I always look at the laptop. So Gemini, I think that someone is watching you, I think on social media, something along those lines. And here's what's interesting is like, here's this thing, okay? The High Priestess, this is your card right here, the Magician. So that's why I'm going to put you as this energy. And the Priestess, like pretty much this combo is like, like really powerful, really psychic, intuitive, very mystical, and with the Magician, yeah, very magical. So there may be even something, Gem, where you're magnifying something out into your environment. Do you know what I mean? I think there's something, and people are picking up on it. They're like kind of picking up on your juju. They're like, ooh, like Gemini, like I want some of that. Because maybe whether you realize it or not, there's like a part of you that's like maybe wanting that in a way. And I'm not saying that in a like, oh, you're desperate for attention or anything. It's not like that. It's that you're like, you're maybe even for some of you, you're just feeling so confident. You just put yourself out there. You know what I mean? And sometimes even that can open up the outlet for wanted or unwanted energies and people to come at you. And I've totally seen this in my own process. It's not always the most enjoyable thing. I mean, to be honest, like sometimes, this is so hilarious, but sometimes I get messages on Facebook from guys. Look at that. The unseen. Look at that eyeball. And sometimes, like, they message over and over and over again, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, when people don't respond, do people not understand that that means, like, hey, maybe this human isn't interested in me? But lately what I've been doing, and it's probably terrible, but I'll message them and tell them that I have, like, all these diseases and like, and I'm like, I'm a tarot reader on YouTube, and then I don't, it's like crickets. It's the funniest thing. I really quite enjoy it. I think I get a little bit too much amusement out of it. But Jen, that's what I was talking about, is that I think that you have some type of a magic and magnification about you right now. And you're putting out some type of energy, and it's really attracting attention from others at a distance or whatever it is. Like, I think that maybe this is one person or multiple people are just really drawn to you and your energy, because maybe it's like your confidence just in who you are, something about that. Ooh, shnamana. Okay, let's see. Okay, bear with me for a second, okay? Oh, stupid freaking hairs. I live with the sweetest dog, but man, I hate how much he sheds. God. Okay. Chill with me just for a second, Gem. There it is. Look at that. Gemini. Okay. You listen to me, all right? We've got the unseen. And so what's interesting is like, I feel like you have a vision that you're building, and I'm telling you guys, this happens, and I swear I get this for all of your reads. The vision card, you're a visionary, Gem. Like, you have something that I feel like you have a dream or something that you're trying to manifest, okay? And you know it's yours, like it's there, and you have to do it, because what's happening with this whole process, and I don't have the spirit animals out, but it's interesting that for your read, I don't know why, but I'm being drawn to the elephant statues, because in my spirit animal deck, the elephant card is all about, it's an immovable force. It's something where no obstacle is going to get in its way. It's just like stampede. Like, it will trample over everything. And I think that you guys are getting like some type of attention or distractions that are coming into you. And it's like kind of throwing you off. That's what I'm kind of seeing, especially, I don't know why this is coming out, but the unseen, it's like there are outside forces that are coming in to, they're going to be a reflection of your shadow, Gem, because there's a part of you that's like hesitant to do something that you know is yours. You've got the vision for it. You know that like you want to do this thing or maybe be with this person, whatever it is. And this is so freaking true. Like, obstacles come in at every single angle to throw you off course. But the fascinating thing is, it is that reflection of your own shadow. So if you're hesitant about stepping into something, you'll have a lot of adversity come in that's a reflection of your hesitance. It will push you off, you know what I mean? And that's why they come in as distractions, because what's going to happen is, and sometimes this is often the point where you will attract a full-blown narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath, because that's the catalyst. That's the jump off point into finally manifesting your vision. Okay? Because Gem, like, you're an incredible being. You're coming out. These cards, I've literally never seen this lineup before. The Priestess, the Magician, and the Vision. You're so deep and have this deep wisdom about you that really could benefit a lot of people, the world, like a lot of healing parts of yourself, because you also have this very strong part of yourself where you have very well controlled emotions. You know, like, that's the thing. I freaking love Geminis, because they're more of an air sign, right? So they can be detached. It's not all the time. That is a generalization, but what will come in, because every single human does have biology to them. Every human has emotions, but you can be more logical about them, which really helps you. But what's interesting is that the fear can sometimes overtake you. You know, like, that's that chemical response, and it's always in direct correlation to what your parents have passed down to you, right? Core beliefs. In fact, this is what's popping out to me too. If you guys have seen the movie Inside Out, right? Like, I love that movie. But you know how in Riley's mind, she has, like, in her subconscious, in her long-term memory, she has structures built up that are foundations behind her, who she is as a human. And that's what's happening, is you are probably going to go through lessons and processes that are going to completely break down those structures so that you can rebuild new ones. And that's the phase that I think that you're stepping into, Gem, is like you're breaking down a very old belief, maybe about stepping into something that maybe your family never deemed even possible, to maybe use your mysticness, you know, to create something in your reality just from a vision, just from the bare minimums, especially the Magician. The thing that I love about the Magician card is that the Magician can create things out of thin air. Like, they don't need, like, oh, boom, boom, boom. They don't need finances. They don't need anything, because Gemini, this is you. This is what I want to just like freaking pound into your head if you're feeling any type of hesitance, because I think what's happening is there's this entanglement where you are almost pulling into the hermit mode. You have all this magicalness, this potential about you, but you're in hermit mode. Like, you're kind of pulling back and keeping all of your gifts hidden because you've got this fear that's at the core of that. And so what's happening is you're even keeping yourself as the unseen. You know, you're keeping your light under a bush, is what I'm wanting to say. But the Magician card, like I said, it's really fascinating because people always told me, especially when I started my business, they were like, you know, because I did get caught up in, oh, I have to have the perfect place, like the beautiful background and everything to shoot my videos. And I would obsess over that. Like, I was so like, it would prevent me from shooting videos. Like, I would seriously go around to different places and then I would get so frustrated and I would just give up. That was my process for a very long time. And then finally, like one day, I just sat down and shot the video with like just a black backdrop, and I was just like, whatever. Like, I just finally kind of pulled into like not caring anymore, and that's when things took off. It's such a weird thing. So that's what I'm saying about the Magician. Like, you don't actually need the things that you think you need to manifest something in your life. You can just do it, especially with where we're at in this day and age. Like, sometimes when I'm out traveling, I'm just in awe over the resources that we have, because especially like I'm a nomad. I travel around from place to place. I don't have like an actual physical home. And sometimes I think about, holy freaking crap, how were people doing this like 20 and 30 years ago without cell phones, without like because I'm going to tell you, I rely on that so much to get around, like with bus schedules and, you know, getting my plane tickets. And I'm like, how do people do it? I don't know, but it's amazing. Gemini, 3 of Cups. This is you and your influence over people. Like, I'm telling you, 3 of Cups, that's like all about soul tribe. That's people coming in and being gathered to your magic, your wisdom. And that's maybe even a part of your vision. The thing that you are pulling into the long run for is because maybe you're wanting to be like an influencer, and maybe you're wanting to be some type of person where like you create a community, you know, you create you kind of start the foundation of leading a group of people in a healing process. You know what I mean? Because you're a great visionary. It's really strong in your read today. So let's see what else comes out. You're a freaking healer, Gem. Like, you look at that. The Sun card. Gemini, this is like positivity, being out in the limelight, the spotlight. That's why I'm cracking up. Gemini, that is a lot of seriously, if you need any more confirmation, like, here it is. This is meant for you. Like, this is the thing. And I think once you start really getting in touch with your vision, what's going to happen? Interesting. Let me talk about this. You're going to be like out in the spotlight, okay? Like, you're going to have a lot of attention come into you. You're going to really inspire and influence a lot of people with your vision, your message, like whatever it is that you're putting out there, just your magicness as a whole. With that, Gem, is going to be this. Devil and the Three of Pentacles upside down. This can be about, right? You've got 2 3s here on the spread. So this is other people that might want to come in and collaborate with you. And this is what you need to be aware of, is like, this is the shadow. It's not always like a full-blown intentionally bad thing. Some it can be, but that's what I want to, I guess, more bring your awareness to, is that some people can see your potential, Gem, and they want to kind of get on board with that, but they have their own agenda in mind, okay? And that's what you need to be aware of. Like, people will want to reach out to you and maybe like send you messages about collaborating and working together in partnerships. And you just need to be very in tune, again, with your intuition and really pay attention to your like first initial body responses and feel if that's a good fit for you or not, because that will come with the path. Like, because yeah, like of course people want to be around you. You're just emanating this like high energy. It's contagious, and it attracts all sorts of things, And that's what I want to say. Wheel of Fortune upside down. So that's why I think there's this really big caution, is, Gem, with all the attention and you being in the spotlight that you might step into as you move into this process. Like I said, if you get involved with certain people, again, I don't want to scare you off. Like, I'm not the type of like, oh, trying to cause fear. It's more of a caution, you know? It's like just the awareness. And, you know, what you need to really utilize is, yes, you're this amazing person. And that's what sometimes I look at with people is, you know, when I talk about quantum physics, people are always like, well, I can create my own reality. Like, I can bend reality to whatever I want. And I'm like, to a degree. Like, you can't change other people, though. You just can't. When people are vibrating at where they're vibrating at, that's where they're at, especially when they're really low. But there are people, especially influencers, where you can inspire change. You can inspire people to wake up to things about themselves that were maybe dormant or they were asleep to. And that's what is really key coming into this reading, is with the Wheel of Fortune coming in upside down, Gem, I just want to like really shed a light on this, because you're coming in as just this beaming, bright, high vibrational light. All your gifts and abilities are just very, very magnetic. People just want to be around you. They want your attention. They want your information, everything that you provide. And like I said, there will be people that almost will be codependent. You know, this can play out in so many ways. This can be like a straight up narcissist. This can even be other empaths that they just have codependent issues and boundary issues. So they can sometimes like reach out constantly, and they will become very attached to you because they resonate with what you're saying. And what's interesting about this whole dynamic is that they will, how do I say this? Because you're putting yourself out there, and maybe you're even putting your heart and your passion out there, people feel connected to you, but you're not to them, right? You're kind of dealing with the masses or a group of people. Do you know what I mean? And you as a person, like, you have to kind of just be protective of your energy, and because you can get drained, you know, by allowing too many people to come in and like cling to you. That's what I'm getting from this message. It's very specific. I don't know why or who this is for, but that's what I want to really focus on. So, Gem, if this resonates with you, definitely like feel free to jump down into the extended part. I'm going to jump into this much further. So you can go down below, click on the Vimeo link. I'll see you on the other side. But Gem, if this is where we leave things, I'm sending you guys so much love, wishing you all the very best, and I will see you in your next reading. Take care.